somewhere between a French fry and a banana. That's right. Hey everyone, Dave K here today. It's a little bit loud here in the Gloria's Cafe, so we'll see how this goes. Gloria's Latin Cuisine. It's a little bit of a louder restaurant again. Hopefully it's not too loud. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully background music isn't too bad. But we'll see how it goes. I'm excited to try this one. I looked online. It's got good reviews. This one was actually recommended to me by my server at El Phoenix. When I was there, I asked about horchata, and I said, where's your favorite place for horchata? She said, Gloria's Latin Cuisine. Here I am. Let's give it a shot. Here are the chips and dip here. I wanted to show those to you. You got the salsa, and you got the bean dip. Again, I'm really hopeful that today isn't too loud. They look good. I'm gonna give them a shot. She got me that horchata. I ordered horchata already. We got water right there. Here's the full menu. It's a huge menu here on my phone. Can just scroll forever. She asked me if I was ready, and quite honestly, I'm not. But we'll see how this plays out. I'm excited to give it a shot. Here's a look at the restaurant as well. It is a little bit tricky in terms of the volume. I think this is one of the loudest restaurants we've been to lately. It's got a nice atmosphere, but definitely a louder one. So we'll see how things shake out. Horchata time. Horchata looks pretty standard. No flakes of anything floating around in there, so I imagine it's not too cinnamony. Let's give this one a shot. Kind of looks like milk if you look at it. It's rice milk, so we'll see. Interesting. Very interesting. Not what I was expecting to say. Not what I was expecting at all. I thought it would be a lot more sweet. I feel like I've had horchata in the past and it tasted more cinnamony and more sweet. Maybe I didn't know what I was talking about. This horchata might need more time to cool here. It does have a unique flavor to it, probably a very rice kind of flavor to it. It's not bad by any means, but I feel like I've had some amazing horchata in the past. More of like a dessert beverage, whereas this almost tastes like a standard milk. That being said, I think I'm gonna stop asking for horchata when I go places. Maybe, we'll see. Let me try the chips and salsa. Never eaten here before. Okay. So do you have any recommendations or any favorites? Okay. And pupusas is like it's like a pancake, right? It's cheese. Yeah.
It's kind of. But like corn.
Yeah.
It's only one corn inside.
Ooh, okay. So, is that the Gloria Super Special?
Yes, it's that.
So you think that's a good choice?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
That's how I like it. Would you like to do that?
Let's do that. One thing I don't know if I mentioned here either is the parking situation. You know, I'm in South Dallas right now, in, I think they call it Oak Hill or Oak Trail, and I was thinking to myself, well, I should be able to park my own car out here since I'm outside the city. Nope. Down here in South Dallas, they had to valet my car as well. Maybe I could have drove around the block to try to find a parking spot, but I didn't really want to try to drive around to see if I could find something. So, again, valeting our car at a restaurant. It's an interesting concept. It's not my favorite feeling. You know, I like to park my own car, and it is what it is. It's not terrible, it's just the reality of Dallas. That being said, the salsa is kind of nice. It's got kind of a cilantro spicy flavor going on. That's just a standard bean dip over there. I love the lupe bean dip. If you remember, I tried the lupe tortilla bean dip. I do think the salsa and the bean dip are good. They're solid options, but not as mind-blowingly amazing as maybe some other places we've been. I told my waitress I'd never been before, and she recommended a couple of different special plates. And the third one she recommended was the one I was eyeing, Gloria's Super Special. It's got a tamale, pupusa, plantain, a variety of really unique food items here. So I'm getting that one. I'm excited to give it a shot and let you know what we think. As I let the horchata sit for a while, it is tasting more like I remember, more cinnamony, maybe even a little bit sweeter. Maybe since I've mixed it with the salsa and the chips now that I've eaten those spicy things, maybe this seems more sweet. That being said, I do think you want to make sure the horchata has the time to get cold before you drink. It really does add to that flavor of horchata overall. Just got my super special, and let's show you what this looks like. So you saw the chips and salsa. Here is Gloria's Super Special. There's so much going on here. I don't even really know what's going on here. This is your pupusa right there. I know this is a tamale right there, rice and beans. I guess you got your plantains over here, but it looks like maybe there's fries next to them. I'm not really sure. And then sour cream and some sort of thing in the middle there. Excited to dig into it, let you know what we think. Overall, it's got a promising look to it. By the way, I asked my server. She said this is the most Salvadorian dish, where it's very traditional in the way that it comes with kind of that rice over there. She might have called it a taro rice. I feel like it's not taro, but something like that. You got your yuca in addition to your plantain here. So that is a yuca fruit. Let's do it. Let's start basic. Let's start with some rice and beans. I don't know what's in that rice. I know there's beans in the rice, but it feels like some sort of sauce. Not a soy sauce, some sort of brown sauce going on in there. It's a unique flavor. Probably not my first choice of rice styling, but nice to try something new. The beans, on the other hand, I think are quite good. They've got a little bit of a spice factor to them. So instead of just being traditional beans, they're like a spicy bean dip, possibly. So overall, pretty cool. Let's give the rest of this a shot. Yuca. Cheers. If I had to describe it as a fruit, I'd probably say the yuca is most like somewhere between a French fry and a banana. Somewhere between a French fry and a banana, that's right. I want to say it's at least 90% like a French fry. You know, it tastes a lot like a potato that's been nicely fried, but it has a hint of some other flavoring to it. Again, that makes me think of banana. And that may be because it's been sitting right next to the plantain, that it's picked up some of that plantain flavor. And if you know what a plantain is, it's kind of like a different style of banana. It's not exactly a banana, but it's kind of like a banana. So maybe that's what's going on there. Now to try the plantains. Oh yeah. I know different people have different feelings about plantains, but I personally am a fan. Some people feel like it's not really their speed, but I personally feel like plantains a lot like a banana. I like bananas. I like plantains. What can I say? I'm not really sure what's going on in the middle with like the coleslaw type thing. It's like a mix of onions and carrots. I don't know how I feel about it with the sauce on there. Kind of a spicy kick to it. Maybe it's meant to top something else, but I'll ask my server later. The sour cream is solid though. Here's a bit of the pupusa. I always love pupusas. It's like a pancake filled with cheese. It's made of corn, filled with cheese. This one's cheese and pork. I'm really excited to give these a shot because I've liked pupusa in the past. Let's see how this one is. Not bad. The pupusa here at Gloria's is not bad by any means. I can't say I get out a lot and eat a lot of pupusa, so it's got to be in the top 5 because I've only had it like maybe 5 times. That being said, I feel like it could probably pack a little bit more flavor than it does on this one. There is only one pupusa on the plate, so it's like trying a variety plate. I think it's probably more typical, more standard on a plate of 3 or a few more of them. But it does have a nice flavor. It does kind of seem like a pancake stuffed with cheese. It's my style of dish. I would see myself getting pupusa again for sure. The last thing to try is the tamale. Now I have to figure out, do I need to peel the tamale off of like this wrapping that it's in? I think maybe I just open it up and then eat the tamale inside this wrapper. So I do not eat what the tamale is wrapped in. I knew that, but I didn't know. This seems kind of different in terms of what this one's wrapped in versus what I've seen them wrapped in the past. Not a big deal either way. In the middle, that is cabbage mixed with carrot, and it's seasoned with a vinaigrette. And you know me and vinegar, and that's probably why I don't love it. Here's the tamale. Let's do it. Gotta be careful getting this one out of there. It easily falls apart on you. Ah, see, now I see what she brought me the spare plate for. That's for the wrapper for the tamale. So I'm gonna unwrap them both, minimize my work for later on. Do the work now, and then have the fun in a minute. I love how they cook their tamales here. Perhaps it's that wrapper that I haven't seen before, but the tamale itself is unusually buttery, soft, smooth, so easy to bite through. The corn layer on the outside of tamale, I feel like they do those unlike any other item here. I would see coming back for tamales specifically. I would probably just get those. Although I do love pupusas, I feel like the tamales here are unrivaled. That being said, the chicken on the inside is not bad. It's pretty solid in terms of the flavoring, but I'd probably try a different meat inside the tamales next time. Tamale is 100% the winning dish here on this plate, in my opinion. Really solid tamales at Gloria's. And I still have so much more to eat through, so I'll let you know if any of those views change. I'm continuing through this plate, and I'm not even sure it was fair to evaluate these items on their own, because when you mix the flavors together, the sour cream and the beans and the rice with the pupusa, it adds significantly to the flavor. So I would say, as much as I love those tamales, the combination of all the items on this dish really does well together. I'm also feeling unusually full for the quantity of food I've eaten so far. Maybe it's me, maybe it's just how I'm feeling, or maybe it's the food. It's kind of structured in a way to be more filling. I'm not sure, but overall, really good stuff. I am a fan. I want to give it maybe an 8 out of 10. One of my favorite things here about Gloria's is you can't get items like pupusas at just any restaurant. I love the uniqueness and the authenticity here at Gloria's, and that's one thing that I could definitely see coming back for. That being said, for me from a vlogging perspective, I feel like it's a little bit noisy. It's a challenging environment in which to be able to vlog because it's so loud in the background. Something to note in case you're worried about noisy environments, it does have a nice, fancy, kind of professional feel to it, but at the same time kind of loud in terms of everyone talking, in terms of the music blasting from the speakers. Not terribly loud, but it's loud. For reference, sometimes I'm not quite hearing my own voice as loudly as I'm hearing the music, like while I'm talking right now. Did I show you my plate? I'm not sure I showed you how much I had left. I feel extremely stuffed, quite full, and I still have a good bit left here. A little bit of pupusa, one full half of that tamale there. Got some bean dip and some rice, and of course a yuca and a plantain, not to mention pretty much all my chips. Clearly I have to work on my eating skills here. I'm lacking tonight. I'm slacking. So I found out why the tamales were softer and fluffier here at Gloria's. They wrap the tamales in plantain leaves. What you saw me pull off of that tamale was indeed a plantain leaf. So really cool concept that they wrap the tamales in plantain leaves. Gives you that fluffiness, that flavor, I guess, perhaps. Now we know. Cool concept. I'm learning a lot here today. Delicious and educational. And that concludes our dining adventure. I'm back in the car. I had to get immediately out of the parking lot because of the challenges of the valet parking there. I'll tell you, Dallas, parking. It's such a challenge here in this city. Hopefully it's something that they're able to work on and work through. I can appreciate the valet system to kind of manage it, but I feel like that's an interim solution. People need to be able to figure out their own parking, so it's just my personal thoughts here in terms of the layout of the city. Otherwise, nice restaurant. Glad we had a chance to get some good food. Thanks so much for being a part of today's video. If you liked it, remember to hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell to stay informed of future adventures. I also heard some of you might not be aware of my video schedule. Did you know I had a video schedule? And what is it? And if you didn't, I'm doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I know I stopped doing those dailies a few months ago, and so now I'm doing 3 days a week. It's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. When I get the chance, I drop an extra video maybe on a Saturday or on a Sunday, but I'm trying to stick with a consistent Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. Did you know? Is that good to know? Let me know. I am going to try to do so much more with my videos in the future. I want to create more fun, silly stuff. I love that t-shirt challenge, so maybe more stuff like that. Maybe storytelling, like the popsicle sticks with Frozen, if you saw that one a long time ago. Maybe improve how I go about doing those, the quality, but I love the concepts of storytelling and fun, silly challenges, so we'll see how things shake out. Thanks so much for being a part of it today. Remember to make it a positive day, make it an amazing day, and until next time, play on. A quick stoplight view here. I'm noticing cables for potentially a cable car right there on my left. Really interesting concept. You can see the tracks as well. And I accidentally hit the windshield wiper. Turn that off. You can see the city in front of me with all those lights. Beautiful to see. Just giving you a quick nighttime view here before the end of the night. I hear they have horchata. This one was actually recommended to me by my server. I might need more time. Okay. Thank you. This horchata might need more time to cool down a little bit. One thing I don't know if but not as mind-blowingly as amazing. My waitress recommended a couple of different special plates. That being said, I think you do want to let the ice dissolve. You want to make sure it's cold horchata when you drink it. I feel like that makes a big difference. Yes. Thank you. I hope you enjoy. So you saw the chips, and by the way, I asked my server, she says this is the most kind of Salvadorian, like a spicy. Now let's have some banana. Now let's have some, because I've liked, and it's, but this, I want to give it maybe an 8 out of 10. I want to give it maybe an 8 out of 10. It's really unique and authentic food, which I can really appreciate. Thanks so much for being a part of the fun with me today. If you liked today's video, hit that thumbs up button. I'm going to try to do so much more with these videos, try to be more. A quick stoplight view here